Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna just do a little check-in with the bunnies, check-in with Butters and her babies, as well as Little Bits. And we've got some exciting news about Tanner. She's finally starting to nest. And as mentioned in the previous rabbit video that we did, Tanner is a first-time mom this time around, and she is pregnant with Teddy's babies. So I saw her yesterday starting to gather up some of her hay in clumps in her mouth, and it was obvious that she was not trying to eat it. She was trying to nest. So I went ahead and put a nesting box in with her, and I came back out a couple hours later and she has had the best little nest built already. She's got some patting down to do on it. Hi, sweetheart. What do you think? Oh, no, that's your poop. Don't try to eat that. Gross. Gross. But you can kind of, I can tell, and I'm sure other breeders, if you've not bred rabbits before, you probably wouldn't be able to notice it, but I can tell on her just right around the sides of her bellies where she's kind of poking out a little bit that she's got some babies for us. And she did have, Teddy did have 3 fall-offs with her. I went ahead and verified, and I did have it written down on the calendar and everything. So she is actually due, I'm trying to think of when this video will post. She'll probably be due about 3 days after y'all are seeing this. So hopefully not too long, we'll have some more babies to show you. Butters is doing great. We did lose 2 of her babies today. It was just one of the situations where she hopped out of the nesting box and they were still attached to her, and by the time I got out here they'd already passed. Unfortunately, when they're still that young, it's really easy for them to pass when they're out of the nesting box in this temperature. And you know, she gave us, goodness gracious, I think when I counted, the final count was 11. So when you have litters that are that big, I mean, it's normal to lose a couple. We do occasionally, unfortunately. It's just part of it. But once they start to get a little bit bigger, that risk will pass. So let's see what a little bit here is up to. Hi, sweetheart. How's your babies doing? I'm not gonna peek around in there. I know you get stressed out. I don't know if you can kind of tell, if you can see any of that hair moving where they're wiggling around down there. What do you think, Mama? I know, you're side-eyeing me. You don't like me in here. So I'm gonna leave. She's a great mom. I'll give her that. We were doing the morning chores this morning, and I told Dirk, because she likes to make her litter box, her little poop area, in the back corner of her cage, in the most inconvenient spot, because that means I have to stretch my whole arm across the cage. And as I've mentioned in several videos, and I've shown y'all her handiwork, that when she's a mama, she's extremely protective. So it doesn't matter if there's food in the cage to distract her or not. You gotta be careful when you're reaching your arm in there when she's got babies. So now I am actually going to attempt to breed Miss Crazy Linda and Thumper again. And I'm gonna tell you why. When I was doing the math, I don't think that Linda is old enough to breed yet, but I didn't think that about Tanner either. And when I tried to breed her, she lifted instantly. So I know it's not an exact science. We like to stick around 5.5 to 6 months before breeding, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it with her today just to see if she's ready. She is a slimmer rabbit, so she's not gonna put on the weight and the size that the other does have done already. So we're gonna try her. And Thumper has been a little mischievous for us. I mentioned in the previous breeding videos that she was showing some respiratory issues, some respiratory signs. Well, Dirk was watching some YouTube videos, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who posted the video to give credit, but it was someone saying that they were having the same issues, that their rabbit, whenever that they would put her in to breed, she would suddenly start having breathing issues. Well, the girl in the video said, if you keep doing it, just power through it, she's gonna eventually cave and give in. So essentially, this is Thumper saying that, hey, I don't want any babies right now. There's nothing wrong with her, y'all. I put her in here. I mean, look at her. Her ear mites are all cleared up. She hasn't had any other breakouts with that. She's got her cage all a mess with hay. But she's super active all over the place. In here, she never has any issues breathing. I feed her, I pet her, nothing. And like I had mentioned in the previous videos where she was doing that, she'd never done anything like that before. So I truly think it's just her way of saying, just being stubborn and saying, no, not right now. But I'm gonna try her one more time today, and if she still does this for me, I will wait until the fall to breed her again, because I'll just honor her wishes. She's a good girl. Try and do this awkwardly. All right, buddy. Here you go. She's behind you, silly. Go. Boop. Oh, she lifted. Oh, get out your water, buddy. Good boy. All right, you want round 2? I know. Now, don't be bossy. You got a romancer. And I know, come on, bub. I know if y'all have been following along for all the rabbit videos, it's a bit repetitive every time when I say, but if you're following along for the first time and don't know much about rabbit breeding, you always want to make sure to bring the doe to the buck's house. She'll get very territorial in her own, and he'll get way too curious. And I don't like to leave them alone to breed just because A, I don't know how many successful attempts he's had, and B, if she gets tired of him and wants to attack, there's nobody to save him if I'm not here monitoring them. So I like to play it safe. One day I probably will loosen the reins a little bit and just let them be to do their own thing, but today is not that day. Well, we're already off to a better start with Thumper. She let me pick her up without a problem, no squirming. So I think that I'm gonna attempt to breed her with Mouse today. There you go. Right away. Oh, buddy, are you stuck? Yep, and see, her tail's lifted already there. Now be gentle, buddy. Be gentle. Come on, be gentle. Nope, not from that side. It's all right, sweetie. Thumper, it's okay, girl. It's okay. She's lifting for you, buddy. What are you waiting for? A written invitation? Come on. Look, buddy, she's lifting for you. There we go, number 2. Okay, and I don't think I'm gonna try for a third. Stop. Pause this real quick to get her back in her cage. She is stressed out right now. Well, that went better than I really was hoping for, honestly. I thought I was gonna come out here. I didn't think that that Linda was gonna breed for me, and I didn't think that Thumper was gonna breed for me. And they both bred for me just fine. And that's just, it's so funny with Thumper like that. Like, she did not pose any kind of opposition this morning. She didn't fight me when I picked her up. She lifted right away from Mouse. So there at the end, I did pull her out before he could try to get a third fall off because she was becoming visibly stressed. And I went ahead and got her out there. But 2's better than 1, 1's better than none. So we will have 2 more, hopefully big and healthy litters coming in a month. And then more here, like I said, within the week with Tanner having hers. So it's a great day. And thanks for tagging along, as always. I know that some of these rabbit videos can get a little bit repetitive, but I love being out here with them, and I know a lot of people really like to see their progress, their growth, their babies, and all that. So I really like to be able to share that with everybody. But until next time, friends, like we like to say here on Mama Bear's Homestead and More, keep on keeping on.